What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dad's Expensive Hobby.
What's up?
Today we are taking a look at the SH Figuarts Z Fighters Super Saiyan Goku from the Tamashi Nation store exclusive figure. I am excited to take a look at this. I was lucky enough to get my hands on one, and just looking at the box, it's got a real unique box. It looks really cool. Nice picture of Goku there on the front. Right here on the side, it has the name of the figure. And if you had this in hand, this kind of print through here is textured and it looks really cool. And on the other side, it has some stuff in Japanese that I can't read. And on the back is another really awesome picture of the figure. I'm excited to get this guy open. So let's get him out of the box and take a closer look at him. Okay, now straight out of the box, you would be tempted to think this is just another like 2.0 Goku, and understandably so. But when you get this figure in hand and actually start looking at it, you realize it is absolutely not. And I'm just going to go ahead and say this right off the bat. This might be my new favorite Goku figure. This thing looks really cool, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's stick to business as usual, and let's see how tall he is. To the top of his little Super Saiyan hair, he's just shy of 6.5 inches, which will make the entire figure 16 centimeters, give or take. I think that works pretty good. But let's look at him and see why he is a little different than the other 2.0 Gokus. First and foremost, the translucent hair that I gotta say is not my favorite normally, but this looks really cool. This looks really cool because this whole figure, because where it's like that translucent plastic, you know, in the gi and in the hair, it's to represent the, you know, the old school opening of Dragonball Z. I'll put a little picture up there just to kind of remind everybody what it looks like with him and all the other Z fighters. But this figure has that hair that I'm really starting to like, but it also has really nice face plates. Look at the work on that. Look how sharp his face is. Much crisper and sharper than Super Saiyan 3 Goku's was, and really more than most of the other ones, for that matter. He has a gorgeous matte finish all over his skin, and his face, neck, upper chest, and arms are all matte finish. They're not that kind of satiny kind of look that the other ones kind of have, that almost kind of plasticky look. This is very matte, and it looks fantastic. Now, beyond that, we've got the translucent, gi, and it looks in hand really good. I was always kind of hesitant thinking this figure wasn't going to look that good in hand because I'm not a big fan of translucent plastic, but this looks great. And a bonus, this figure has shading on it. Look right through here. On the shoulders right here, on the sleeves, on the wrist, if the camera is picking that up, the lights might be washing that out there, but you can see it here on the belt too, and down on his boots, right through there, you see that? That is all shading on there, and my gosh, does it look super good. My goodness, why can't they give us this on all the other figures? Now, granted, this is not your standard $35 release. This is a $50 figure, which is not crazy, really, because he comes with some good accessories that we'll look at here in a minute. But his paint looks good, and those little touches, just little bits of paint, is all it takes. And man, this figure looks so much better than the other 2.0 Gokus. And again, the face plates look fantastic on him, and that hair, I really like it. It just, the matte finish, the translucent, even the translucent like plastic of the gi, the way I can't tell if it's some kind of shading or some kind of paint of some sort they've put right across the front of the pants legs, or if that's just where the translucent plastic is thickest, but it gives a shaded kind of gradient look in hand. I don't know if my lights are washing it out, but in hand it looks so good. And it's even working on the back of the figure too. It just gives a gradient to it, and up on the main part of the body too. Looks so good in hand. But let's take a look at his accessories really quick, and then we'll look at him next to some other Goku figures. Hey, real quick, I've had this SH Figuarts Innocent Challenger Goku for about a month and a half now, and I am dying to do a review on it. So I tell you what, if we can get this video to 50 likes in the next 2 days, then I will do my next video on this one and review it. Okay, so do us both a favor, click like on this video, and enjoy the rest of it. Now, as for accessories, he comes with 2 different head sculpts and 3 different face plates. He comes with this head sculpt right here on him in the package, and it's kind of like just the normal, Super Saiyan hair. And he comes with this serious face on him in the package, and I think that it looks really good. Look at all that line work right there. And this head sculpt looks good. I don't think this marries up to every other Super Saiyan head sculpt that we've had, but it looks really, really good. Let me set him to the side. He also comes with this like maybe fully powered kind of hair sculpt right here, or like windswept, because it's kind of like it's more narrow and more of the hair strands are blown back. And he also has this screaming face, and it looks really good. It might be my favorite faceplate of the 3. That looks fantastic. Look at that. He also has this teeth gritting face right here, and I think it looks fantastic too. Nice and sharp. That looks really, really good. Look at the green of the eyes right there. And he comes with 10 hands. Comes with these 2 little fists on him in the package, and they look really good. I like how that thumbnail is nice and prominent. He comes with a couple of little grippy hands right here. Nothing new as far as a Goku hand, but I wanted to point out that the fingernails are very prominent on these hands. I think they look really good. He's also got some wide open hands, and again, the fingernails look really good, and the palm and everything looks really good in the fingers. Got a couple of Kung Fu grip hands, nothing new there. Again, the fingernails, I like it because you can actually see them really good. And of course, some instant transmission fingers right here, like he's becoming a proctologist. And they look really good, nice detail there in the knuckles with the creases in the skin. But his accessories with those head sculpts and those faceplates sell me on this figure. Wow, that all looks pretty good. Those great looking face plates, the paint work on it for the aesthetic, and those hair sculpts, those really sell me on the $50 price point for this figure. I think it was totally worth it.
1000%, yeah.
But speaking of those hair sculpts, I want to kind of stand him next to some other figures, particularly ones with Super Saiyan hair, and see how they kind of match up and see if they look the same or if it's a little bit different. All right, here he is with several other Gokus, but let's compare them, just basically their heads really quick here. Here he is with the Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku, and obviously, this one isn't a Super Saiyan head, so they're going to look 10 times different, but I think they both measure up pretty well next to each other. Especially, look at their face plates. This one's just so much sharper than his is. This is just a little bit soft. Let's stand him next to the Kaioken 180,000 power level, because he kind of has a Super Saiyan hairdo right there. And as you can see, they are just 2 totally different sculpts. They just look so different, especially in the back and in the bangs. But I just wanted to kind of compare them real quick. But their faces, again, his face is so much sharper. Let's stand him next to Super Saiyan Blue, which I would say probably has the closest head sculpt as far as look to him, but his is just a lot thicker. His is a little more narrow, the Z Fighter Goku, but they look really nice. He has really nice faceplates. Let's stand him next to everybody's favorite Goku.
You serious?
The Super Saiyan Full Power Goku, and their hair sculpts look nothing alike, really, but he does have a nice hair sculpt as far as the paint and finish on it, and his faces are extremely soft. Let's stand him next to the real deal Goku Rose right here, and their hair sculpts look nothing alike but look cool all at the same time, and he has a lot softer of a face than the Z Fighter does. And lastly, let's stand him next to my second favorite Goku figure, the legendary Super Saiyan Goku, and of course their hair sculpts are nothing alike. His is very anime accurate, super wide and crazy, and it looks really, really awesome, super tall and wide. But this one does look really, really good as well. I just wanted to kind of show everybody. And look, they've both got the sharpest and most like Goku-esque, at least in my opinion, faceplates, at least Super Saiyan Goku faceplates right there. I think they look really, really awesome. So that's him basically standing next to his compadres. All right, I think those all look really awesome. And as you can tell, these are unique hair sculpts for him. That, with unique paint work and a unique type of plastic, this figure is nothing like any of the other 2.0s so far. Let's take a look at his articulation really quick, because a 2.0 Goku is a 2.0 Goku. But let's see what all they kind of look like. Now, we'll start with his head. His head feels a little bit loose, and I think that his head is sitting on his neck joint a little different than some of the others, but we'll look at that here in a minute. But his neck will move a little bit, and the head, is on a ball hinge, if I can get the face off. Sorry. If I can get the head off. There you go. It's on a ball hinge.
Son of a bitch!
Yeah, nothing I can do about that. It's 2.0 Goku. What were you expecting? But I wanted to show you all. See how far back that that little socket sits on the head? Normally the other Gokus sit right up here in the front. So that's making his head move a little different. It's not a complaint of mine. It's just something I wanted to point out to you all super quick. Bear with me a second here.
A few moments later.
All right, got it fixed. All right, now his head does move, like you may notice. His head moves a little bit different than the other ones, but it's nothing crazy. His shoulders, typical 2.0 Goku, kind of move out to there. Butterfly, relatively useless for a 2.0 Goku. Got the standard bicep swivel. Elbow joint looks good. Wrist is on a ball hinge. This particular one will crunch forward a little for you. It'll lean back actually pretty good. You can twist at his diaphragm and lean this one pretty good. And you can twist him at the waist a little bit. This one's waist is tight. You know, some of the 2.0 Gokus don't twist, some do. This one just doesn't like to twist.
Not a chance.
This one's legs split out it's pretty on par for a 2.0 Goku. Can't complain there. Does do a good front kick, so I like that. Again, 2.0 Goku, so they didn't give him a butt cheek. So we can do a full split, and I like that pretty well as well. Gotta quit saying as well. Got a thigh swivel, double jointed knee with pretty good range. And I like that. See, it doesn't, his knee, where it's all that translucent plastic, and they married up the color of the knee joint fairly well. It actually is probably the best looking of the 2.0 Goku knee joints. Typical double ball peg for the ankle down there as his foot comes off, and I'll just pop it back on. So it's typical 2.0 stuff for Goku in the ankle, a little bit down, not much up, has a little bit of rocker in there. And the toe hinge makes me want to vomit. But anyway, I can't talk today. His articulation is very on par with a 2.0 Goku. Nothing that'll make me kind of angry about it. So let's move into my final thoughts on this figure, if I can get him to stand up on his own. All right, I finally got him to stand up. My final thoughts on this Goku right here. Have you been listening to the review? This guy is an A. There is a little bit of room for improvement. He is not perfect, but my goodness, he's definitely my favorite Goku figure. Hands down, this figure looks really good. His price point was worth it. Highly recommend you buy him. If you don't have one, I understand he's hard to get a hold of because he's an in-store exclusive. But if you get the opportunity to get one of these. Very, very, very good figure. That's really all I can wrap up with him. His aesthetic is fantastic. His articulation is on point for a 2.0 Goku. And, you know, his paint and everything and his accessories are pretty good. Definitely get your hands on one if you can. That's pretty much all I've got for Mr. Goku right here. If you have not subscribed, you might want to. So pause the video, scroll down, click subscribe, give us a like, give us a comment. And with all that said, this has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.